Welcome to the Geschmack of our podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Parshas, Bahaloscha, Tes, Pasuk Vav. Vayihi anoshim asher hayu tameim lenefesh adam v'lo yachlu lasos ha'pesach b'yom hahu vayikru lifnei Moshe v'lifnei Aharon b'yom hahu. The mitzvahs aseh mid'oraisa of Pesach Sheni. We missed out, or some individuals who missed out on the first chance of Karban Pesach, they get a second opportunity. Pasuk Zayin, Vayomru Anoshim Ahemo Elov Anachnu Tameim Lenefesh Adam Loma Nigora Vilti Hakrav Karban Hashem. The famous words that these people complained to Moshe. They said, Loma Nigora Levilti Hakriv Karban. Why should we be left out? Why should we not be allowed to bring the Karban Pesach? Because we were tamei to Nefesh Adam. It's Gada Geshmak Adiyak. Why does the Pasuk say, we're always trying to bedayak just the actual Psukim, the Taich, Lama. It says that they were tamei to Elov Anachnu Tameim LeNefesh Adam. We're tamei to the Nefesh of a person. The Meshech Chochmah points out that we're always tamei to a guf. You touch someone's dead body, that's when Rachmana litzlan you become tamei. They said that they're tamei to the Nefesh Adam, and that needs some iyun. But we're going to focus on Lama Nigar Levilti Hikriv. We're going to be miyachas the vart to the Heilige Ger Rebbe. But I think a lot of Achronim and Rishonim already are bothered by it, perhaps even before that. Why is this pasuk different than all other psukim? Why is this mitzvah different than all other mitzvahs? Why were they zeicha to a second opportunity? We know that a lot of people speak about. We see the idea here of having a second chance and steiging a second chance in something. Why were they zeicha here? All other mitzvahs, if you come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and say, "Oh, I missed out. Give me a second chance," maybe Hashem would say yes. Maybe we would get a second chance. But here, specifically Karban Pesach, is where these individuals came to Moshe Rabbeinu and said, we didn't get a chance. And Moshe Rabbeinu said, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, new mitzvahs I say, go ahead and you get a second opportunity. A ger, someone who became Jewish during the time in between the first Pesach and the second Pesach, or Pesach Rishon and Pesach Sheni, he gets a new opportunity. Where did this zechus come from? Another question. Rashi on that Pasuk Zayin says, he really asked the kasha, why doesn't it just say, V'yidaber Hashem Moshe Lemor, Daber el Bnei Yisrael, Adam, a person who was tamei lenefesh Adam, should go ahead and bring Karban Pesach? Why doesn't it just go like every other mitzvah? That Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, tell everyone that they should go bring a Karban Pesach if they missed out. How come this was stated in the Torah from like a kasha and a teretz perspective? Why did it have to come from people they weren't able to, and there's a gracious story, and then Moshe Rabbeinu asked Hashem, and then Hashem said to go ahead? Why didn't it just say like every other mitzvah? Like Hashem said to Moshe, go tell everyone to do it. If they missed out, they can do it again. Zokt Rashi, the teretz is, because El Shazachu Elu, these people were zeicha, that the parsha should be said in their name, and not just of Yidaber Hashem Moshe Lemor, because Shemegalgalin zechus al yedei zakai. Megalgal means like we roll or we place upon the zechus al yedei zakai. Someone who's deserving of a zechus gets his zechus. And we can ask, what does Rashi mean? What's the zechus that these people had? Rabbi Yerucham Levovitz HaGoyin HaGadol the Mashkiach of the Mir. He says, on this pasuk, Tes Pasuk Zayin, Lama Nigara. Why were these people special? He's medame it. He says it's the same yesod as we found earlier in Shemois and Parshas Kisisa, that these people were Mevakshei Hashem. The pasuk says over there, Mevakshei Hashem. It's after talking about when HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the Torah. Earlier in Parshas Yisro, this is Parshas Kisisa, and these people were called the Mevakshei Hashem. In his very short way of talking here, these people, Rabbi Yerucham says, are also Mevakshei Hashem. And being that they were Mevakshei Hashem, they were deserving of the second chance. This is also what the zechus was in Rashi. It'll answer the second question. These people, why was the parsha stated in their name and not in Moshe Rabbeinu's name like all other mitzvahs? Because their zechus was that they were Mevakshei Hashem. They wanted to do the Ratzon Hashem. So far we haven't really said any chidushim, but I'd like to suggest something that is not my own thing. It's really from the Mesilas Yesharim, I think. The Yesod of Mevakshei Hashem. Talk for a minute or 45 seconds about what it means to be Mevakshei Hashem and where an Afkamina in Yiddishkeit would come out. And Mevakshei Hashem means to be someone who seeks HaKadosh Baruch Hu, someone who desires to do the will of the Holy Lord HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mevakesh means to seek. I'll do anything to be able to get it done. These people, what made them different? The Baal HaTurim brings that the Gemara in Sukkah says, why did these people miss out on the zchus to be able to do the Karban Pesach the first time around? Because they weren't just tamei because they said Lashon Hara or they touched a dead body. They were tamei because they were taking care of the Atzmos Yosef. They were taking care of the Yosef Atzadik's bones, and they become tamei from doing the Ratzon Hashem. Hashem said here, oh, you missed out because you were doing my Ratzon. You're a Mevakshei Hashem, I'll give you a second chance. Being a Mevakshei Hashem is what gave them the second chance, is what gave them the opportunity. A Mevakesh, like we said, means to seek out. Even something that's not in Shulchan Aruch, something that's more. The person has to think to himself, is this going to be the Ratzon Hashem? In Midas is something that is stated because it's derech eretz kadma l'Torah. You can't even start to be an Eved Hashem if you don't have Midas. The entire start of Midas is if you're not a Mevakshei Hashem, how are you going to know how to don up a certain situation? Someone says something mean, you feel jealous, you have a taiva. It's all in Mevakshei Hashem. And what do you think the Eibishter wants? So the person has to ask himself when he's stuck in any situation that has to deal with anything in terms of Avodas Hashem, which is really everything. And any sort of taiva, anything that has to do with a person's relation to himself and his relation to HaKadosh Baruch Hu is another piece of schnitzel. Is that Ratzon Hashem? A person who's a Mevakshei Hashem is zoicha to make the right decision. A person who's a Mevakshei Hashem is going to make the right decision. The end of chapter 1 in the Mesilas Yesharim, as the Vilna Gaon famously said, that there's not an extra word in the first 11 prakim of the Mesilas Yesharim, says like this. Roi loy shitiyah kol pniyosei rak laboyer yisbarach. A person's desire has to be just to serve the Holy Lord HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'shelo yiyeh loy shem tachas acher, not to have any other tachas b'chol ma'asos sheyeh im katan v'im gadol. El l'sgar ve'lov yisbarach. Our goal has to be to come close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'lishbar kol ha'machitzos. Anything that's standing in the way, break it down. Hamafsikas lebein kainai. Anything that keeps you from getting close to Hashem, you break it down. Be a Mevakshei Hashem. Want to do the Ratzon Hashem. There's so many things about Gashmias that this is totally on Achi Yamashich Acharov. You need to become such a Mevakshei Hashem, says the Ramchal. Achi Yamashich Acharov Yisbarach Mamish Kebarzel Acher Even Asher Yeves. Mamish, until you have such a desire, such a bikush to be close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that you become attracted to Hashem like metal is attracted to a magnet. Yesod here is they were zoichet to a second chance because of their bikush, because of their ratzon. Anything that can help us to do HaKadosh Baruch Hu's ratzon, we have to fight to do it. The Yesod here is these people were zoichet for the Parshas to be said over in their name. They were zoichet for the second opportunity because they were Mevakshei Hashem, as Rabbi Yerucham explains. Let us be zoichet to become Mevakshei Hashem. Namir to Hashem, we should reach this madrega. We should soon see Mashiach come b'meher b'yameinu amen.